Forget the details and just go win. Stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to write down a plan to achieve your goals. Sometimes you don't know what the plan is supposed to be until you get started. It's better to start down the road toward your success because most planners and perfect detail-oriented people who need to have all the answers before they start, most of them will never start, and most of them will never get off the ground. Did you know that most millionaires and billionaires were C-average students in school, and most never even attended college? Because they decided to just go for it, to get into action. They can always hire the planners and detailers to help them stay on track and grow. Adaptability, flexibility are the keys to winning all the time. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect to get different results. I know you've heard this a million times before. I used to be a coach at a city recreation soccer team for years, but there's one year in particular which taught me the basics of winning. Each year, parents would sign their kids up to join a team, and some of the parents would try and pick what coaches they knew so to place their kids on that team. Sometimes it was unfairly done because parents would place their kids on a team they felt would win. The other coaches, like myself, were giving kids whatever was left, and it's kind of funny, reminds me of professional sports trading and drafting day. A lot of the kids, who some never played soccer before, were not very coordinated. So here I was, another year, with about 80% of the kids on my team who never played and about 20% who were good enough. One day I was teaching the fundamentals of kicking and passing, and I realized this year I had a lot of kids who not only never played soccer or any other sport, and it would take time to teach them how to play, but we had game day the next day. So game day came, and it was embarrassing. Not so much for me, but for my team of kids who just looked out of place on the soccer field. One of them came up to me and said, "There's no way I want to play on this team if we're going to get beat like this again." So after the game, I went home. I sat and decided, that's it. Forget the fundamentals. I'll teach them how to win, and I had to figure out a fun way to do this. In soccer, the object is to score placing the ball in the goal, and so I began the process. I would teach every player to kick the ball as hard as they possibly could all the time at our goal. Forget plays, just kick for the goal no matter where they were. Of course, and able to accomplish this, the team would have to be in better condition to run, and that's what we did for the majority of our practices, was kick hard and then run. Many of the parents of the kids playing for me were confused. They would come and see our practices and saw all we did was run and kick the ball hard and then run around the goal each and every time we kicked. One of the parents asked me, what was I teaching the kids? There seems to be a lot of running and kicking, no real fundamentals. And that's when I said to him, I'm teaching them how to win. We don't have the super talented kids, so I'm bypassing the details and just showing them how to win. Of course, that parent was confused. The next game we played, it was a blowout. I had the kids kicking toward the goal wherever they were and running to the ball all the time to kick toward the goal. The other team were overwhelmed and confused. Even the other coach was surprised that he had no defense against a team that had no planned offense. When seeing my entire team running to get the soccer ball and kick it always toward the goal and hardly passing, this overwhelmed the other team's goalie all the time. That year, we continued to win by ridiculous scores, and we did win our league. The principles and details were important, but winning was taught. I'm not saying you should win at all costs. What I am saying is that sometimes a detailed plan is not necessary. You just have to learn what your end result is, your goal, and the best way to accomplish it. The details and the stamina will come. You can't teach a bird how to climb, just like you can't teach a bear how to fly. So work with what you have and where you're at. Remember, Amazon started off as a book company. Sometimes you can't see where you're going until you start. Stop wasting time trying to plan everything and just get started. The plan will show up. Forget the details and just go win. Thank you for listening. I'm Chris Fantastic Powell. Make it happen.